Welcome to Frames of Myth. In Part 1, Hercules began his journey of atonement, wrestling the Nemean Lion, slaying the Hydra, capturing the sacred Hind, and subduing the Boar. In Part 2, his trials grew stranger and darker, cleansing the Augean Stables, scattering the deadly Stymphalian Birds, wrestling the Cretan Bull, and taming the man-eating Mares of Diomedes. But Eurystheus, still driven by Hera's spite, had saved the greatest trials for last. In these final 4 labors, Hercules would face not only beasts and kings, but the ends of the world itself, and even the depths of the underworld. This is the 12 labors of Hercules, the final trials. Hercules' 9th task was to retrieve the Belt of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. The Amazons were fierce warrior women, unmatched in skill, and their queen's belt had been given by Ares, god of war. At first, Hippolyta welcomed Hercules. Impressed by his strength and honor, she was willing to gift him the belt peacefully. But Hera, ever watchful, spread lies among the Amazons. She whispered that Hercules had come to kidnap their queen. The Amazons swarmed the beach in fury, weapons flashing. A battle erupted. Hercules fought fiercely, his men clashing with the Amazon warriors. In the struggle, Hippolyta was slain. Whether by Hercules or in the chaos, no one could say. With sorrow, Hercules took the belt and departed. Another task complete, but stained with tragedy. Next, Hercules was sent to the farthest edge of the known world, beyond the Pillars of Heracles, to seize the Cattle of Geryon. Geryon was a giant with 3 bodies, joined at the waist, and guarded his red-hided cattle with a 2-headed hound and a herdsman. The journey itself was perilous. To cross the desert, the sun scorched Hercules so fiercely that he raised his bow against Helios, the sun god. Rather than strike him down, Helios admired his courage and lent him a golden cup that carried him safely across the seas. At last, Hercules reached the land of Geryon. He slew the herdsman, struck down the hound, and faced the 3-bodied giant in battle. His arrows, dipped in the Hydra's poison, pierced Geryon's side, felling the monster. Hercules drove the cattle back across the world, returning them to Eurystheus. The 11th labor was one of the most mysterious. Hercules was ordered to fetch the golden apples of the Hesperides, fruits of immortality that grew in a hidden garden at the edge of the world, guarded by nymphs and the dragon lady. To find it, Hercules wandered far, seeking knowledge. Along the way, he encountered Prometheus, chained to a rock by Zeus for stealing fire for mankind. Each day, an eagle tore at his liver. Hercules, moved by pity, slew the eagle and freed Prometheus, who in gratitude revealed how to obtain the apples. Hercules sought out Atlas, the Titan condemned to hold up the heavens. Only Atlas could enter the garden safely. Hercules agreed to bear the sky upon his shoulders while Atlas fetched the apples. The weight of the cosmos pressed upon him, his knees buckling, yet Hercules endured. Atlas returned with the apples but, relishing his freedom, offered to deliver them himself to Eurystheus. Hercules, cunning as well as strong, agreed, but asked Atlas to briefly take back the burden so he might adjust his cloak. The Titan complied, and Hercules, free again, took the apples and departed. The final labor was the most fearsome, to descend into the underworld itself and bring back Cerberus, the 3-headed hound of Hades. Guided by Hermes and protected by Athena, Hercules descended into the realm of the dead. The air grew cold, the shadows endless. He passed the souls of the damned, the rivers of fire and sorrow. At last he stood before Hades and Persephone. He asked their leave to take Cerberus. Hades agreed, but only if Hercules could subdue the beast without weapons. Cerberus emerged from the darkness, 3 heads snarling, a serpent for a tail, his body bristling with death. Hercules cast aside his arms and seized the beast with his hands. The struggle shook the underworld, but his strength could not be denied. He forced Cerberus into submission and dragged him, roaring, to the world above. When Eurystheus beheld the hound of Hades at the gates of Mycene, he cowered in terror. Begging Hercules to return it, he declared the labors complete. Cerberus was led back to his master, and the underworld swallowed him once more. And so, the 12 labors were fulfilled. Hercules had slain monsters, cleansed filth, captured beasts, stolen treasures, and even descended into the land of the dead. Each trial was meant to break him, to punish him for a crime born of Hera's hatred. Yet through strength, cunning, and endurance, Hercules transformed his curse into glory. He emerged not merely as a hero, but as a symbol of perseverance, a man who carried burdens no mortal could bear, and triumphed. The tale of Hercules reminds us that even in suffering, greatness can be forged. And though the age of heroes has passed, their stories endure, eternal as the stars. This was the 12 Labors of Hercules, the final trials. Please like and subscribe for more mythology stories and content.